Hey, good morning, children. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of NIRS of Class 6 Science. Dear students, in the previous class, we discussed about the topic that the air is present around us. Okay, so we have done an activity regarding to make you understand the presence of air. Okay, so in today's class, let us understand what is air made up of. Yes, till the 18th century, the people thought that air was just one substance. So the people thought the air is also one of the substance like stone, etc., soil, etc. But there are many experiments that have proved that it is really not so. Okay, it's not an substance. So air is a mixture of many gases. Okay, so what kind of mixture it is? Okay, so we have to find out what about the some of the major components of air, of this mixture, one by one. So what are the different components which are mixed with this mixture? Okay, so what is the component of this mixture? So that we have to study one by one. Okay, so the first one is that is water vapor. So already in the previous class we have learned that the air contains water vapor. Yes, in the previous class we studied when we were discussing about the evaporation process. So we also saw that when the air comes in contact with the cool surface of the glass, it get condensed. The cool air get condensed and drops of water are collected or appeared on the cooled surfaces, on the outer surface of the glass or cooled surface of the plastic bottle, whatever it is. Okay, it get condensed. So the presence of water vapor in air is important for the water cycle in the nature. So the presence of this water vapor in the air, okay, it's very important, plays very important role in the water cycle in the nature. See, due to the evaporation only in the form of water vapor, the evaporation forms, and the air rises up and forms the clouds and fall down again in the form of rain. So this process is carry on. Okay, so for that evaporation has to take place in the form of water vapor. That's why this plays very important role in water cycle in the nature. Okay, so next main component of air is that is oxygen. Okay, so in the presence of our laboratory, so we can conduct this activity to understand why oxygen is needed. What is the importance of oxygen in our day-to-day life? See, so fix two small candles of the same size in the middle of two shallow containers. We have to take two shallow containers. In the middle of these two shallow containers, we have to fix two small bundles of the same size. Okay, very small bundles of the small candles of the same size we have to fix up in the shallow containers. Now we have to fill the containers with some water. What we need to do? We have to fill the containers with some water. Okay, now light up the candle. Okay, so what you need to do? You have to light the candles and then cover each one of them with an inverted glass. So make them lighted up, the candles. Okay, they start burning and giving light. So what you do now? Immediately cover those two lighted candles. Each one of them you have to cover with an inverted glass. Just close it with an inverted glass. Okay, so one much taller than the other. So another glass you have to take the taller glass, another the previous glass you have to take smaller glass. Okay, so one glass you have to take larger one, another one is smaller. So as shown in the figure 15.6, here you can see here the inverted glass is larger one. In the first figure you can see the inverted glass is smaller one. So both are in inverted shape, they have put here. Okay, so you observe carefully here what happens to the burning candles and the water level. So what happens to the candle which is burning? So what happens to the level of the water? You have to think of this. It's very important. So after observing for some times, do the candles continue to burn or they go off? Go off means their light is gone off. Yes. Do they continue to burn or their light goes off? You have to think. And does the level of the water inside the glasses remains the same? So whatever the amount of water is taken, the level of water, does it remain the same? So these are the two questions you have to think yourself. So the burning of the candle must be due to the presence of some air, some component of air which is present in it, isn't it? Yes. So when you cover it, okay, you just find differences in your observation with the two glasses of different lengths, heights. Okay, so what can be the reason for this? Why we have taken two size, glass of two size? See, burning can occur only in the presence of oxygen gas. Okay, the process of burning is supported only in the presence of one of the important mixture of a gas, that is oxygen. So we see that one component of the air is oxygen. So one of the important components of the air is oxygen. Now the amount of air in the oxygen, okay, so the amount of air and hence it is oxygen component inside each glass in our experiment. So now you have to remember that in each of the glass which is kept inverted shape, okay, so each of the glass it is filled with the oxygen, okay, so it is filled with the oxygen component, okay, inside each glass in our experiment. So the whatever the oxygen which is present inside the glass, it is limited, so it burns. The burning process takes place continuously till the oxygen inside the glass is over, because the oxygen inside the that candle which is put over there, reverse side, reverse, so that is limited, which can hold only limited amount of oxygen. But when the most of this oxygen is used up by the burning candle, when all the oxygen present inside the candle is used up, used to burn the that candle, then what happens, it can no longer burn. So that candle cannot burn at all, no longer it can burn, and blows out. Blows out means it glows out. Blows out means it will not burn continuously, it burning stops, it glow what, it blows out. Also, some of the space occupied by the oxygen inside the glass becomes empty. So whatever the space occupied by the oxygen gas, no, inside that glass, okay, that also becomes empty. Whatever the amount of oxygen is filled up inside the glass, that is also becomes empty, and the water rises up to fill the occupied space. See what, all the oxygen when it is over burning, which helps for the burning process. So in order to occur, that place becomes empty inside the glass bottle, okay, inside the glass. So hence the water rises up in the glass because there is empty space here. Till now before you put, that is filled with the air. So when the oxygen is completely over, which helped for the burning of the candle, so when it is over, the water start rising inside the glass. Okay, so dear students, I hope you have understood this concept of oxygen supports burning. You have to remember that. So oxygen, the burning can happen only in the presence of oxygen. So oxygen helps for the burning. So there is one more, there are many more components of the air which are present in this. So these are nitrogen, carbon dioxide, dust and smoke. So regarding these three components, let me explain in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.